Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Thursday and we've got some stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about the Acolyte's latest episode and what I thought about it. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so we have to talk about episode 5 of the Acolyte, and this is going to be a spoiler conversation. So if you have not seen it, you might want to go and check it out because I'm gonna have to talk about some of the events that happened. I tried to talk about this episode without spoiling it, and that wasn't possible because in order to really talk about the event and what I think is going to happen, I'm going to have to talk spoilers. So the episode is called Night, and it takes place immediately after the events of the last episode. May walks out, her master is there. The Jedi are waiting, and a fight ensues. Now, this master is very strong. He has a lot of power. His arms are revealed. He has some tattoos. He's breaking their lightsabers left and right, something that is done in Star Wars lore, by the way. There is a certain metal that exists in Star Wars, a certain trick that exists in Star Wars, if you will. A certain thing that is powerful against lightsabers. And that is what is used here. It is very much hinted that that is what is used here, just by the way it is done. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about that because that's all very sciencey. If you are one of the fans who absolutely know everything about Star Wars and you know what the name of that metal is and what that trick is, then yay. But this is the thing. He plows through all the extras that they picked up. You wondered why they stopped by and picked up extras, because he plows through them. And then Master Soul asks who he is, and his statement is kind of puzzling because he says, I am no one, but I am what you Jedi may refer to as a Sith, or something to that regard. But the fact that he doesn't call himself a Sith is very puzzling. Then Master Soul's like, what do you want? And he is saying basically, you Jedi are arrogant. You Jedi are thinking you are the law. You're thinking that you're all powerful. I want what I deserve. I want an apprentice. But he doesn't use the word apprentice. He actually name drops the name of the series. He says, I want someone to train. I want an acolyte. Okay, so he wants an acolyte. Well, by then, the mask is off. Now, the shocking thing is that it is revealed to be Manny Jacinto's character of Quaimar. Now, this is absolutely weird because it is predictable, and yet it is something that was utterly shocking and showcasing just how well he played the fool is very reminiscent of how Palpatine manipulated Anakin. So it kind of tells you that he may have been manipulating May in very much the same way. They said that May never saw her master's face, so she had no idea this is who it was. So now, with her knowing that it was this friend that traveled with her, who actually knew a lot about chemicals, about plants, about all this stuff, but was kind of a fool. Now she understands why her plan, and I still maintain this was probably her plan all along, to tell him that she was going to surrender to the Jedi, and then get close enough to kill the Wookiee without a weapon, thus fulfilling her master's wishes. However, what she didn't know was that she was in fact traveling with her master, so all of that kind of went out the window. Now, with that being said, things aren't over yet, because he kills everybody there except for Master Soul, Osha, and May. Osha and May have run off by the end of the episode. And May actually changes places with Osha. Now, this is why I said I couldn't keep this spoiler free, because in order to talk about it, I had to give you spoilers. I just absolutely had to. So this is where I think this is going to go. I honestly think that he could prove not to be a Sith, but what is he if he's not a Sith? It's almost like he could turn out to be one. If he is one, does this change anything for Osha and May? Osha is now with him, and May is not. So if Osha is with him and he nurses her back to health and he tells her his side of whatever story this is, now Osha may be his new acolyte and may turn out to be the good guy. And that would be a twist in the tell. That would be something that would be really weird, because now we're getting a scenario where the person we thought was the villain is no longer the villain. Now, in terms of them being made from the Force, I still don't think that that's going to happen. I think that that's going to be explained away in another way, probably within the next episode, because the next episode looks to be the Master telling Osha what really happened that night. And that's going to be cool, because if he's telling her his side of events, then this could change her outlook forever. We're looking at the possibility of him being a Sith Lord, but there is also the possibility that he is a fallen Jedi, because he does say something to Saul about what you don't remember me. This implies that maybe Saul does remember him, but I'm thinking more along the lines that Saul should remember him because he was there. Because he was there that night. Apparently, he was there the night everything went down. That's why he's going to be able to tell this tale. And this is going to change this series. But if all the rest of the episodes are anything like this episode, I think it's going to be amazing. And I wanted to kind of break it down and let you know what I thought. Because if you have been enjoying this show, I want to hear from you. And if you haven't been enjoying it, I also want to hear from you. I want to know what you think is wrong with this show. I want to know what you think is right with it. Everything about this show, I want to discuss in our great big water cooler called our comment box. And I want us to have a nice, peaceful conversation about it, because we are all fans of Star Wars at the end of the day. It's no matter if you are part of the prequel generation, the sequel generation, or the original trilogy generation. We all can agree that Star Wars is awesome. And with that being said, this is a new era in Star Wars also that we have to look at. This is an era in Star Wars where we can take everything and sort of look at it in a new way. I, for one, think this was the best episode yet. And I can't wait to hear from you guys. As always, we want to know what you guys think, so make sure you leave us that comment in the comment box below. Make sure you're sharing this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation as well. So also hit that like button, because it's free, it helps the channel, and we appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers. You don't want to disappoint Miko, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. Then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.